Hi, I'm Mark Heskin. Welcome to my craft show. You know, I've never told you about my bike. I ride my bike everywhere I go, so it's a very important part of my life. I've had my bike for like about the past 7 years. And perhaps you've seen me speed by on my bike and you thought to yourself, that looks like Mark Heskin from my craft show. But you weren't quite sure, so you didn't know whether to throw that bottle or not. Well, anyway, I lock my bike, I secure it with a U-lock, and then I have a plumber's key that I also add to the lock to make the lock harder to break into so they can't snap it with a bar so easy. I also have a cable that I run around the other wheel, and I have lost a few bikes and several wheels, and I do have to replace, my bike once in a while, but it's a lot cheaper than taking the subway, even though I lose them once in a while. It was recently vandalized. I went to a play and I came out and my seat came off. What happened? Someone had taken the 3 nuts that go to the bolts that secure the seat on. So all they took was the nuts. So that was weird. Luckily in my apartment building we have a bike room, and so that's where I keep it at night, so it's safe down there. We have the only bike room in the city, I bet, that has a chandelier. And the story of how the chandelier got there is kind of like my little secret. I've always had a passion for chandeliers. So about 2 years ago I found this unassembled little plastic chandelier in the garbage. So I put it together, and I thought it would look great in the bike room and kind of dressed it up a little. So I hung it down there. So every time I go down and get my bike, I admire the chandelier. And then only you and I know now how the chandelier got there. Well, anyway, we have a lot to cover on today's show, so we're going to move fast. So stay tuned. January of 1989, I started to save all the playbills from all the plays I'd seen up until that point, and I put them on a wall. In October of '89, I told you about all the plays I'd seen up until that point. Well, I've seen a lot of other plays since then, so now I thought it'd be fun to update you on all the plays I've seen since I last talked about them. We originally did this scene over by the fountain, the big fountain, but as you can see, the lighting is bad, and it was real noisy. So this is like take 2 over here in Strawberry Fields. We're going to see if this goes better. So I have a list of the plays here. I saw Prince of Central Park. That closed like right after opening night. That was with Joanne Worley. I didn't think it was that bad. It was good for kids, I saw the Big Apple Circus. I like going to that circus because it's in like in a tent at Lincoln Center. On a cold winter night, it's like kind of cozy to go there. I like it better than the one in Madison Square Garden. I saw A Few Good Men on opening night. That was fun. I saw Love Letters, and when I saw Love Letters, it was with Elizabeth Montgomery. And to me, Elizabeth Montgomery ranks right up there, like with Lucille Ball, because I grew up watching Bewitched, so it was a lot of fun to see her. I went to a benefit for World Hunger in memory of Harry Chapin at Christmas time, and Marvin Hamlisch was there, and he's like real charming when he performed. And Lucy Arnaz was there. She's real skinny. I saw the Joan Rivers show, so I put that ticket up here, but that really doesn't count because that's not a play. I saw Kent's Man. I saw Gypsy with Tyne Daly. That had a real story to it. That was good. I saw the Don Cossacks Dancer. I saw One of the Guys with Stephen Collins at the Public Theater. I think that closed before it even opened. I don't know if it ever reopened. I saw Meet Me in St. Louis. That had good sets. I saw Steel Magnolias. I'd also seen the movie, so it's interesting to see the play. I like them both just as well. I saw Junon and Avos.
vampire lesbian Dasada. I like Charles Bush's stuff, and it'd be great if I could get Charles to be on my show sometime. I went to the Juilliard Theater and saw the students do a concert. The Hunter College Elementary School put on a benefit, and it had Mandy Patinkin, and he was great. And the kids joined him for the last two songs. The kids just blew me away. They were so great. If you kids ever do a concert, send me a flyer. I'd love to come. I saw Spare Parts. That's about lesbians that want to have a baby. I went to the Rainbow Room, Rainbow and Stars, and saw the McGuire Sisters. Now, I'd seen the McGuire Sisters a year ago. I thought, well, what's their show going to be now? Do they have like a new album out or anything? But it turned out to be pretty much the same. The thing about going up to the Rainbow Room or Rainbow and Stars is that you have to dress up. It's fun to dress up once in a while. You know, when you go to Broadway shows, you can wear jeans, but at the Rainbow and Stars, they require that you dress up. So it's a good excuse to put on some nice clothes. I saw Making Movies. That was with the same guy that wrote A Few Good Men. I saw Closer Than Ever. That's a musical review. No real plot to that. I saw Change of Air. Now, if I can't say anything good, I'm not going to say anything at all. I saw Sound of Music with Debbie Boone. That was fantastic. At the Victory Theater, I went to Crowbar, and that's the audience sits on the stage, and the actors are in the orchestra and the balcony. So that was strange. It had ghosts in it. I saw the Paul Taylor Dancers, you know that. I saw Accomplice, and I went and saw Love Lost, and that was deaf for deaf people, and it was produced by Joan Ebersbach for being on. Now I have a couple fan letters I want to talk about. This first one is in response to my anniversary show where I told the story about the two guys that I heard on the street, I overheard, and they were talking about my craft show, but they weren't saying good things, they were mocking me. This is in response to that. Dear Mark, just a short fan note to say how much we enjoy your Sunday morning show, blah, 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 blah. I hope the two gentlemen who were mocking your show while walking their big fluffy white dog were tuned in on Sunday. They should realize that thousands of Mark Heskin fans are on the lookout for two mean-spirited people and a dog who needs some hairspray. So that made me laugh. And I want to make a deal. You guys, the guys that were mocking me, the guy who was mocking me with the dog, if you watch my show, I want to ask you to come on the show. We'll work out our differences. We'll clear the air, and then you can walk your dog without fear. By now they probably have shaved their dog and dyed him black in fear of running in, so they won't have to worry about running into Mark Heskin fans. They're going to start wilding after them. So really, contact me. I'm serious, and come on the show and well, mock me to my face, you know. Well, anyway, I also wanted to show this cute anniversary card that someone sent me. They took a bot card and kind of made it and added some homemade touches and personalized it. This card is probably the closest thing to a craft project we're going to have on today's show. We got a lot to do on today's show. We don't got time for no craft. So, all right. And this is another real special letter. Okay. Let me read this one. Dear Mark, I apologize for not creating my own crafty stationery, blah, 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 blah. I thought I would let you know that we are having a My Craft Show dinner next Thursday night, April 19th. A few of my friends, also faithful viewers, had to miss your show during March, so I taped a few episodes. We're having dinner and then watching the tapes. If you'd like to join us, you're more than welcome. The address is blah, 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 blah. Wow. Well, I was blown away by this. But I hesitated to go because, I'm different in person than I am on the air. And I obviously they like my show and like me on the air, and I thought they would be disappointed when they met me in person and I couldn't live up to to the persona. Well, I look different in person too. I can show you a shot of what I look like in real life.
I think I look pretty good for my age, but, you know, I'm different when I'm on TV. Well, anyway, I decided to go, and it was wonderful. It was a gourmet meal. There were probably 5 people there, and one of the neat things about the dinner was, one of the special things, you remember the story about the Mrs. Field cookies in the garbage that someone told on my show? Well, anyway, for dessert, everyone got a little white bag, and it said trash on it. And inside the bag were 4 Mrs. Field cookies. So that was a very creative idea. And I got to answer questions like, so Mark, what is your favorite holiday? It was great. And then we watched the shows, and it was interesting to watch my show with a group, because usually I'm alone when I watch my show. And it was like a laugh track, you know, so that was interesting. Since the dinner, I haven't heard from any of those people, so I assumed that they've since gotten lives of their own and weaned themselves from my show. So. How many of you are Twin Peaks fans? Well, I certainly am. And please bear with me, because I'm going to show some scenes from Twin Peaks. And I think it'll be interesting. I like the Patch Lady, so I pieced together her scenes. Well, she had a small part, so her scenes will just take less than 5 minutes to watch. So take a look at this. This is from Twin Peaks.
Ed! They said those drapes should be ready by 10. Now I want those drapes up by nightfall. Swear I sure know how to pick them up. Ed! You wait for those drapes to hang themselves.